Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bearded Mystic Podcast, and I'm your host Rahul N. Singh. Thank you for taking out the time today to either watch or listen to this podcast episode. Today we're continuing on with my thoughts on the Upanishads, and this series is exclusively for those on Patreon and Supercast and Apple Podcast subscriptions. Some important announcements to let you know of. To listen to the full episode, you need to sign up to Patreon or Supercast, where the details are in the video description and show notes below, or you can listen to this episode on Apple Podcast subscriptions app itself. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there is a free virtual meditation session along with a discussion and Q&A. Please find the details in the show notes and video description below if you're interested in meditating with us. Sometimes we need help with our spiritual journey. There's some questions we have that we just want answered. You can, as a friend, ask me and I can help you do a virtual one-on-one meeting via Zoom, and you can find the details in the show notes and video description below. Please do like and comment and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and please do follow and subscribe if you're listening to this on your favorite podcast streaming app. Please do share this new series with your friends and family who are looking for this deep dive into spirituality by looking into the Upanishads. Today, we're going to continue on with the Isha Upanishad, and we're going to be looking at verses 4 to 6. Verse 4, that self, the unmoving one, is quicker than the mind. Never indeed can it be reached by the senses, for it is always ahead. In spite of standing still, it is the one that gives the wind of motion to the others who are running. Let's break that up a little. So first of all, it says that self. So right now, we need to experience the presence of the formless awareness right now, because once it is said that self, we should automatically start associating ourselves with it, or at least bringing it in front of us. That self. And remember, it's right here. It's not somewhere in the future, and it's not somewhere in the past. It's not somewhere behind you. It's right here. And once we say that self, remember, it is referring to Nirgun Brahman, that non-dual self, that non-dual awareness. And by also saying that self, it is invoking our state to rise from the material to the formless. That's essentially what we're looking to do. When we feel the first two words, that self, that's what it automatically brings for us. Then it says the unmoving one. So it doesn't move anywhere. It is absolute stillness. It is stable in itself. Nothing can waver it in any way. Nothing can rock it in any way. Nothing can disturb it in any way. It's unmoved. Neither can our faith move it, nor our faithlessness. It doesn't really matter, because that self is dependent on nobody and nothing else. Nothing can move it, and nor does it move anything. It doesn't care about moving anything. It doesn't care about listening to our prayers. It doesn't care about listening to what we want and what we desire on a material level. I'm not saying that we cannot feel that there is a God that cares for us. You can. It's a good consolation. But it's not the ultimate truth. And it's not the truth that we talk about here on the deeper level. Because now awareness is something that you are. It's something that you have to empower within yourself. You're basically praying to yourself to improve your own circumstance that you know is ultimately unreal. Makes no sense when you look at it from a Vedantic level, more so from a deeper spiritual level. Its presence is everywhere, hence it doesn't need to move. For example, if I need to go to see a friend, I will have to travel to their address. I'll have to go to the very street, to the very house that they live in. However, even if I have to go to the temple, I have to put in the address, and there I can have the darshan of either the guru or the deity. But with the self, It's unmoving. It's everywhere. Wherever you go, it is present. We don't have to have an address to find this non-dual awareness. It's right here, right now, readily available. That is the end of the episode. To listen to more of this episode, do subscribe to the Bearded Mystic Podcast Patreon page. Please do share this podcast with your friends and family who may enjoy this content. Follow me on social media to keep getting updates. Join the Bearded Mystic Podcast WhatsApp community group to continue the podcast discussion. Details are in the show notes and video description below. If you would like to support the Bearded Mystic Podcast, check out the podcast Patreon page. Details are in the show notes and video description below. Please rate and review the podcast on our website, www.thebeardedmysticpodcast.com. Please like and comment on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please follow or subscribe to this podcast on your favorite podcast streaming app. Thank you very much for listening. Let's end with the Soham and Shanti mantra. Soham, Soham, I am that, I am that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Namaste.